Number 101, internal. 72nd place.
Tied for 72nd place. It is VLDC 11 by Get the Fish. I believe the full title is VLDC 11 Get the Fish.
Hope you like my level. Get the fish.
Yeah. Oh, it's this remix.
Time to get the fish. I don't remember this level too well. But I think one of the things I had with it was there wasn't much going on.
You were the kindest to it, though.
I have a tendency to be really kind with my levels, with my scores, but that's okay. I don't want to be the mean judge.
You're gonna give that to someone else.
Look, I can be the mean judge sometimes.
There's a lot of different setups here, I'm noticing.
There's a lot of little different things that I think my problem was it didn't really feel like it was developing. It was mostly just kind of like ideas and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is kind of an idea.
Now it's gone forever. No one could ever have this idea again.
Oh, and then this happens. This is actually where I get the most of the points out of it, because this is actually interesting. Also, this fucking, like, orchestral remix.
This is a rare ass mix of this. Sounds like a castle level from a rare game.
But yeah, like, this is... You've got the... I think this is the Butter Bridge scroller. Or... No, this might be Donut Plains 2 scroller. It's a special scroller, mixed in with, you know... thwomps. Falling thwomps, a water layer that kinda... A hovering water layer. Thwimp adjustments and things like that. Like, this gets creative, and it just comes out of nowhere. Like, this should have been the whole level.
Do you think it would have scored better with the other judges if it was the whole level?
I think it would have scored better with me as well if it had been the whole level. Or this general idea, because that's it. Like, it does this in...
Maybe have it use the special auto-scroller for the first part, make the first part really short, and then add the water in the second part, and keep the second part the same.
Or maybe not even a special scroller in the first, but, like, make the water... Like, run an auto-scroller, but run it with the normal, like, rise-fall layer 2, not the smasher, just a rise-fall. Run it on there and let it kind of go. Then move it
shit gets weird.
Then move it to a special scroller with no layer 2 movement, like it does at the end. The biggest, well, I mean, the biggest complaint, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to echo it, is get the fish. Is just that the first half is so different. You'd think it were almost done with by two different people.
Yeah.
I gave it a 64.
But the first part, even though it was like not, it was weird level design. It had all the little detail flourishes that the second part did. They were clearly like that. They were made by at least.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell it was the same person, but it's like, why isn't the whole level this?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was. Okay, let me read what I said. Wow, the tonal shift between the two halves nearly gave me whiplash. Well, maybe I was a dick. I don't know. I don't think that's too bad. The second half is definitely the star of the level, even if I did enjoy the simple variety platforming in the first half. The Layer 2 water with a special scroller just made for an unpredictable but enjoyable ride. It was pretty tricky to predict how you needed to avoid the thwomps. I wish the first half had more to do with the second, instead of being a simple platforming section without a big central theme to it. At least it introduced the floating water right before the second half. Last note, I liked the little visual touches in the first half with the pipes being suspended from the ceiling. It was a cute addition. So I didn't really have too much to say about the level, but it is the fact that that is the big crux of the whole thing, is that the first and second halves just don't match up. They feel like they should be two different levels entirely. And I wish that they had really focused on the second half, because that was a cool idea.
That's fair.
Yeah. Next up, 180th place.
80th place is which one? Let me look.
Number
It
100
is,
in your list. Frost
in a
Leaf.
three-way tie, it is Frostleaf's Flying Fish Fort.
Alright. So yeah, there was a three-way tie for 80th place. On 11th vanilla design level contest? That's ridiculous. It's not even funny. It's true. Go left.
We should have done what Mega Man did and start counting
Your
X1,
other left.
X2, X3.
Well, people thought we were going to use Roman numerals.
That was the first time we used Roman numerals. Why would we make it a trend?
I want to go to my other left. Oh, shit.
Impressive. Very impressive.
Alright, Flying Fish Fort. Ugh. Been sitting with my legs all crunched up.
Oh, welcome to the Flying Fortress from is this the Flying Fortress? Yeah, from Final Fantasy V.
So I think you can tell what the problem is with this level. It's not really that short. It's just... It's kind of sparse on enemies, and those that are there aren't particularly threatening. Like, the idea of the fish flying there is... that's fine, but they're often put in, like, wide open spaces. Like, the Rip Van fish don't even really do anything, because they don't... I mean... I don't know. Plus, you get a cape here, and you can just kind of...
Oh, this isn't the Ronka Ruins.
Are you trying
This
to
is
figure
definitely
out...
an FF... yeah, this is definitely an FF5 song.
I guess the cape affects it here, but... I would probably have... If you really want it to not affect the level too badly, I would probably have just gone with a bunch of mushrooms instead. And then we get a Reznor. This might be the only Reznor in the entire contest. Because there were not many bosses submitted.
No.
Let me see. This was Flying Fish Fort. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's kind of got some problems with what enemies it chooses to put being not very threatening. I gave it a 55. This level had promise in its concept, but it doesn't really do anything interesting with the flying fish. The blurps are basically just slower Eries, and the Rip Van fish are nowhere near as dangerous out of water. Using only these few types of water enemies that function out of water meant that there wasn't really any interesting interactions between them and normal land enemies either. So most of the challenge was just spin jumping on a couple moving fish to cross spike gaps. But even that challenge was negated by the addition of feathers. It feels like this level just didn't test its concepts or ideas well enough, so you end up with a functional but not very inspired level that's only okay at its heart.
That was the sealed castle theme.
Ah, you found it?
Yes.
I'm glad you had a fun time. Did you see that level at all?
A little bit. There was some flying fish, and there was a... Look. I'm sorry.
This was very important. Alright.
I'll trust your commentary.
Alright.
No, I shouldn't, but I will.
99, 30th place.
Hold on. This is Hide and Seek Items by Some Guy 712X.
Mm-hmm. Hello, and welcome to whatever mess I constructed for VLDC 2019 here. I hope you win.
I didn't. Thanks for hoping, though. You placed above me, buddy.
Oh. Let me see anything going on at the Yoshi's house. Come back here with Yoshi, and maybe I'll say something else.
Puyo music
what
going
level
on.
is- Hide and seek items. What else is over here? Nom nom nom. Yeah, that's what it said on the tape.
Is that because the jumping piranha glitch?
Yeah. Let me try jumping. Well, I made it about 2 pixels higher. Anyway.
That's actually fantastic.
Hide and seek items.
Welcome to Sticker
Oh,
of Puyo Puyo.
This is a cool level. Its
Oh, it's in the
timer got
puzzle
problems. Its timer has
Oh.
problems.
Okay.
Find the hidden item in each room to help you reach the exit pipe. Some items may be very well hidden. Look carefully. So here, there's a hidden mushroom there so we can get down the pipe. And it's gonna hit us every time so that we go back. If you need to restart a room for any reason, enter a door. Also, note that unauthorized power-ups will be munched at each room's entrance. So there's a mushroom hiding up there.
How many sublevels does this use? Or is it in a
Um,
vertical level?
It's... I don't remember how it's done. There is a mushroom hidden somewhere here. I think... Oh, it's over here. Nope, that's a 1-up. Here we are. So, mushrooms... The sprites go behind layer 1, which are where the clouds are. Don't mind that blue Koopa down there. He just wants to watch you solve this puzzle. I remember one thing in particular was, this level has a few too many... Hi, Yoshi. Does Yoshi count as power-up? Somebody does, others say he doesn't. What do you think he should count as? I remember this level had, like, a little too many boxes. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It just broke the flow.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Puyo is dead.
Free Pancake Day at IHOP, March 12th. Oh
Okay.
man, I missed it.
Oh.
There's something under there. I need a mushroom.
Get to it.
Let me see, how do I do this one?
We gotta go to the iHub.
Ah,
There it
it's
is.
hidden back there.
For
Chomp. Let's see, no.
you gotta preserve as much of that bridge as possible, I'm assuming.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
There we are. So I'll probably be able to get through this in time and not have to worry about the timer. But I remember the first time I played it that I did. I remember timing out because I was taking too long. Also, to get that Yoshi coin, there's some strange blocks in, or some strange sprite. It's the warp thing.
Oh. I didn't even know that could happen.
It's a warp sprite. It exists in like 105, level 105, underneath the diagonal pipe, and that's it. I guess it was It's, I don't know, it's some old remnant, I guess.
It counts as a one-way wall, right?
Maybe?
You've created a mess down there. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's right. Then it kind of turns into this ghost house.
But why?
I just remember that it was kind of less... It got a little less strong here. I don't know how much I said that in my score.
Oh, look, it's the puzzle-loving guy! He's here to watch you do more puzzle.
I think there's a few ways, like that box said, there's a few ways to get through the level. But... it was right around here that I ended up dying of timeout. We'll be okay now, but... So the way that you can have this many messages in a level is if you stack the display level message thing, it just keeps incrementing and reading the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I've lost control. So you have to... This turns into like a Yoshi run type thing.
But why?
You have to stop and grab him.
You saved your horse.
Now the reason this worked... okay, I'll pause for a sec. If you go in the pipe without Yoshi, you warp back to here or another room and then have to try it again. But if you go in on Yoshi, it's set up... Mario on Yoshi's actually like 3 tiles high in some instances. And so his head gets pushed just far enough into a different screen exit that you warp out.
Oh, you don't need to kill the blue guy.
Nope. And I'm not gonna get to go down through there. So, every single coin in the level, basically, corresponds to some sort of thing with the object memory, and... Sonic.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Somehow every coin in the level corresponds to an object memory or something like that. I do not understand how this works. But collecting coins causes those cement blocks to appear, because the coins disappear, and they have cement blocks hidden behind them in the Z ordering. If you manage to make it all the way through the level without collecting any coins, I looked in the editor, and it's a bonus room with like some moons and things like that, and a final message or whatever.
That's cool.
It is.
Are we gonna go back to Yoshi's house to see the next message?
Yeah. I should have also gone in the thing that said thanks for playing. We'll do that next. Something else. I wonder if anyone will try and smuggle Yoshi into rooms where he doesn't belong using glitches.
Probably.
Probably, but not me. I ain't that good. Let's get up there. Thanks for playing my level. More ideas. Was there... last amount? 500-second time limit. Oh well. Music. Music. And that's that. No pipe. Alright. This is hide and seek items. Let's see. So, again, the timer was a problem for me the first time I played it. Because I was, like, looking around, I was still trying to figure it out. Here, playing it again, I'm kind of operating off older memories. So, we didn't have the timer problem.
Yeah.
So I gave it a 72. The 500-second time limit hurts this level a lot because but I think it's because you tried to stuff too many ideas and too many puzzle setups into one level. I appreciate the attempt because I really liked puzzling out each level, but I did die of timeout during the Ghost House segment nowhere close to the end of the level. Maybe I should have taken a more hurried pace, but I had no way of knowing that it would be as long as it was. Plus, the puzzles do take time to understand and solve as a first-time player of the level. I think you should have accounted for the fact that you know all the solutions firsthand better when deciding on the level's length. I thought searching for items to get through rooms was a fun idea, and I liked how you used the fact items will hide behind layer priority to obscure their locations. Searching through shells, behind clouds, in water, in bounce blocks, there were a lot of fun ways you hid things. It was a pretty fun experience. One last thing, while I appreciate the messages you left, I couldn't help but feel like there were possibly an unnecessary amount of them constantly popping up and slightly breaking the level's flow.
That's fair.
Yeah. I think at the end, I think in the results, I saw him say something about he wasn't sure if the messages were a good idea or not, and the fact that we did mention them. At least I did. But it was fun. I do really like that concept. I think it was neat. A lot of hidden ways to find, put items in places. So
yeah,
cool.
It was really creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I tell you, we just going. With this VLDC 9, we would have done like 8 levels and called it after 2 hours. Next.
Well, that's because they each had like 8 secret exits and shit. Next is 78th place, Mecha Ninja Silver Sky.
Welcome, this is Dinosaur Land. In this strange land we find my VLDC 11 level. 11 level. The 11 level. Jeez. Yoshi's house. Is he home? He's not home. I couldn't script this if I tried.
Goodbye, Yoshi.
I couldn't script this if I tried. Silver Sky. Oh, I remember this one.
I don't know this music, so I'm not even gonna try.
It sounds like an RPG.
Yeah.
Like a quiet cave. It's got that bass groove. Definitely like that whole Final Fantasy bass groove.
Yeah. I don't think it's a Final Fantasy song, though.
Then I guess more like...
Because if it was Final Fantasy, I'd probably recognize it.
Yeah, that's what I think. My guess is maybe some other, like, Square SNES RPG.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Chrono Trigger. I would probably... Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it's custom.
Ooh.
Ooh. It's nice, though. I like the music.
There's been a lot of auto-scrollers so far.
So, I remember in talking about this level, talking specifically about how it's very empty. And those, like, spike mines up above are not threatening at all, because they almost never intercept Mario's jump path.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall if I accused the level of, like, trying to look pretty over anything else, but one thing I did notice is that almost all of these, like, structures are built symmetrically. Which ends up meaning that you kinda limit yourself if you build something symmetrically.
Yeah.
And it's not always, like here you can see it isn't, but it was just stuff I kinda noticed. Yeah, the big thing with it was I just didn't really feel super in danger most of the time.
You just, like, nothing's in your way at all.
Yeah.
That ninja's in your way, and oh, there he goes.
This like little S is fine because it's an auto scroll. But that's kind of about it. then there's a bunch of these guys, and you don't have to deal with them at all because you don't have to go up there. The only one you had to deal with is the bottom one.
Yeah.
So the big thing I had here, I think, was just enemies that don't feel particularly threatening. Also, some palette, some not great clarity in the palettes. You know, like what's walkthrough, what's not.
Mm-hmm. Well, they might have run out of space.
It doesn't look like it, though.
The thing is, different tiles, different tile sets all map to the rows differently.
Yeah.
So
and, I mean,
there's at least 2 there because of the carrot grass and
I
the
never noticed
pillars.
the little birdie.
There's at least 2 rows that are both the same shade of brown, just arranged differently.
Yeah.
I can tell you that right now.
And I mean, I don't know how the no recolors rule affected certain things.
I have 3 rows of the same blue on my level. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Them's the rules.
I wanted
Deal
to
with
stop people from being too much in the, oh, I gotta make it look crazy. People found
it.
a way.
That never stops anybody.
It didn't.
Look, if you want that at this point, that's OLDC. That's
It's
a completely different contest.
Anyway, Silver Sky, I gave it 60 points. This level feels like it'd fit into World 2 of a hack, which isn't to say it's bad necessarily, but it does feel very simple. The slow auto-scrollers didn't help matters when there was generally one threatening enemy on screen at a time. Many hotheads and floating mines, in quotes, were completely unthreatening to Mario. In fact, a Ninja ended up being the only thing that damaged me by complete accident. It kind of feels like you were a little more concerned with the aesthetics of these nice floating, mostly symmetrical buildings than the actual level design of the buildings, because most buildings ended up having 1, maybe 2 enemies inside them and lots of open space to avoid danger. And again, it's not a bad thing to be an easier level, but there's a lot of missed potential here. From the graphics being used, I was expecting to see falling gray platforms, or maybe some of the floating grassy platforms actually be their sprite versions floating in the air, or moving up and down. This level feels like it's the start of something better, but just didn't go the distance to really take its concept to a good endpoint.
It's... I didn't like the shade of brown. I know that's gonna sound weird, but I would have picked a cooler brown almost.
Yeah, it's kind of more a dirty brown, isn't it?
Like I'm watching, so my immediate thought's always gonna be how it looks over how it plays.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of just auto scrolling through the same buildings over and over again is what it felt like looking at it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's not bad, but
No.
like I said, it's kind of simple.